Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point guard.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Now here's Leonard. It's stolen by Edwards. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Here's George. Drives to the hoop.
Yeah, giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Russell passes to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Outside, George takes the 3 and rebounded by McDaniel. Now the Timberwolves with it. Here's Edwards into the lane, and he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And George kicks to Leonard. Outside for Jackson. On the wing, Morris. Jackson passes to George. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with the block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy. And if you don't, this could be the result.
There's Russell with the 3. That shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
McDaniels dishes to Russell. Outside, Towns. Gobert trying to get open, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell.
And that's why Cat went first overall. This dude is 6'11" with perimeter skills, a sweet shot, and unstoppable when he's on.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
George looking over the floor. And Leonard has it in the corner. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Timberwolves leading by 10. Russell passes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to McDaniel. Out to Russell. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Clippers trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Here the step back. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Outside, Towns. Russell inside. Guarded by Jackson. Left side, Towns. Jackson against Russell. Jackson misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
From the arc. And it's Russell missing. Clippers trail by 13. And here's George for 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
The versatility of George, a terrific jump shooter off the catch and off the bounce.
Outside, Russell. There's the dish to Towns. Right side, Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Stolen by Jackson. Right side, Leonard. He got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 6. Here's Russell. Gobert trying to get open, and Russell gets it to go on the assist from Edwards.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Edwards against George. On the wing, Morris. Minnesota with the rebound. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Clippers trail by 12. It's George on the wing. Edwards defending.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Russell feeling it out a bit. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Leonard with the steal. Leonard on the wing. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Jackson. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Here's McDaniels. He has 6. So from long range. Headshot off.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Gobert with the block. McDaniels kicks to Towns. There's the ball. Hammering it in.
You got to cut off these lanes if you're the D. When Towns spots one, he's coming through full force.
George against Edwards. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from three-point range.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the claw is.
George passes to Leonard. Out to Morris. The 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed. And That's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now, here's McDaniel. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Edwards finds McDaniel. Towns in the corner. Takes it inside. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Now here's Jackson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Towns, no luck. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Morris kicks to Leonard. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Paul George with the steal. Here's Zubac driving inside.
He is so good attacking the rim.
All right, Dave, thank you. And well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Powell. The kick out to Wall. Outside Covington. Back to Wall. 3-pointer. You can't hit that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes.
Clippers with the ball. After the basket by Minnesota. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Prince to the middle. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. They trail by 18.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit. Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Anderson. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and he finishes nicely on the lane. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Prince misses.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Now here's Powell. After Torian Prince's miss. Wall finds Covington. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
No second guessing on that shot from Robert Covington.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced. Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late.
Reed with it. Batum's there. Reed misses. Clippers trail by 15. Wall passes to Batum. Another shot. Pass to man. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Nicholas Batum making the resourceful play, gifting the ball to a ready shooter instead of forcing something.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Now, here's Reed. Defense right on him. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. 5 on the clock. Here's McLaughlin. Anderson outside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wall attacking. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Now, here's Reed. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shots good by Noel.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And he gets it back. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 12. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the 1. A free throw drops for Zubac. And so he hits both. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the player. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Out to Morris, to the right side. Zubac, the pass to Morris. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The free throw drops for Towns.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
Pass to Russell. He dishes it to Edwards. Driving in. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely going to be a bucket or a foul or both.
Here's George. Drains it from 17 feet out.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
McDaniels kicks to Towns. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And it's Russell in the corner. Here's the teardrop. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. 11-point game. George with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Jackson passes to Morris. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Minnesota shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Edwards drives in. Gobert finds Towns. And it's off from three-point range. Here's George. Out to Morris. Outside Leonard. Three-pointer. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's George. And the lead is down inside single digits. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
To the left wing. Towns kicks to Edwards. A floater. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Knocked away. It's stolen by Edwards. Now from McDaniels. Timberwolves mixing it around. The kick out to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Minnesota.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Timberwolves leading by 12. Outside Russell. Gobert finds Edwards. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
And the touch on Edwards' shot is really nice. Gives it just enough power to drop in.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Timberwolves.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
For a guy who hit only 25% of his threes in college, Kawhi has become one of the NBA's best at the wing position.
It's Edwards on the wing, defended by George. The kick out to Towns. Edwards against Leonard. Edwards can't hit.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Passes to Russell. From deep. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. From deep, George can't get it to fall. And so Minnesota takes the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning. We're expecting a shootout with this matchup, RJ. These are two teams that can score with the best of them.
Yeah, each side are going to have their hands full on defense. Look, both sides need to bring the intensity to try and disrupt the offensive flow any way they can.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Here's Morant driving to the basket. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Brent, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athlete's at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Now here's Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. Edwards against Bain. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Russell. Fires from the wing, and it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, some guys just have a feel for how to score the ball. Russell is firmly in that group.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Left side Bain. Launches a three. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. And Towns slams it home.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. To the paint. Here's Adams. That one off the back iron and out. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. McDaniels passes to Towns. Outside Edwards. Takes it inside. And Edwards slams it in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Pass to Brooks. Here's Bain. The shot. Outside Morant. Knocks it loose. Right side Bain. Over Edwards. Three-pointer Brooks. Up again. It's good on the putback. Bain's got 5 now.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Morant against Russell. Outside Edwards, and he drives in. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. The three. Buries it from 3. He has 7.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Hey, no good.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
They get it back. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Another shot. Here's Towns. Outside for Russell. For 3. They get the rebound. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Morant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Forget the long-range shots. Ja wants to challenge you down low.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Up top, Bain, guarded by Edwards. Here's Moran. And he can't jam it through.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Anthony Edwards has... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. Edwards finds Russell. Here's Towns. Now here's Russell. 5 to shoot. Edwards, a pass to Russell. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And so it's Memphis with it. Outside Morant. Jackson right side. Outside Bain. From the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
And so Towns nails them both. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brad?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Offensive rebound. Gobert. Towns passes to Russell. Tries again. Inside. Back to Daniels. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. On the wing, Brooks. Jackson down low. Towns on him. Doesn't go for him. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. McDaniels passes to Towns. Outside Russell. Now here's Towns. Back to Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Pounded by Morant. Here's Russell. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Indeed. Thanks for that, Alec. And they recover it. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Pass to Russell. Back to Daniels. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Brooks. And here's Morant outside. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Towns. Now Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Damn, that one's good.
Inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Towns with the ball. We've got 1:08 left to play in the half. 6 to shoot. Russell finds Towns. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here's the fast break. And it's powered home by Towns.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Bain. He's got 5. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out.
Such an effective big man. Towns isn't just a post-up threat. He can hurt you off the catch.
The 3 from Bain. Adams tips it back in.
Great anticipation on the tip in. He was ready to make that play.
Outside Edwards. The 3 from Russell. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 10. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
On the court for Memphis, Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Green. And it's Williams in at the 4. Kicks it out to Anderson. 3-pointer, no good.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Back to Conchar. And the 3-point shot, so important, Richard. That's something you added after you came into the league. What was that process like?
Well, look, as the game tilted that direction, it was no secret. You have to put in that time. But what I try and tell people is that it took me 3 years before I was able to even become a consistent 3-point shooter, and another 5 before I became a good one. So as long as you're putting in the work, you're going to see the results.
Those who evolve are those who stay around. Outside, Williams. The 3. That shot is off. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Noel. He takes it in. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Williams. The Grizzlies have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. It's tipped. Stolen by Anderson. 3 on 3. Here's Prince. The shot misses. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Jones, the pass to Williams. Outside, Green. And another miss by Memphis. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Noel. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Conchar. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. The free throw drops for Anderson. Minnesota shooting it at 52%. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Prince. No good on the three. And the Grizzlies shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Here's Conchar. Oh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Down low. Reed can't hit. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And Williams punches it home.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Pass to Anderson. Here's Prince. Clock at 6. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Brandon Clark. And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Conchar. He shoots it. Green in the post. Thinks is there. And that one's good. Green.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Anderson, count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Back to Jones. Lets it go from deep. Here's Conchar. The shot that time not on target. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Noel, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Pass to Reed. To the right side. A slam dunk by Reed.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Outside, Williams. And again, Memphis no good. And so it's Minnesota. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
There have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's McDaniels. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Memphis shooting around 41%. Russell against Moran. Knocked loose. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards, the pass to Russell. Oh, he sticks that one from 20 feet. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves. To to the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's Towns. Outside Edwards. Now here's Russell, pounded by Morant. Russell, pass to Edwards. Deflected. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Morant. On the wing, Bain. Here's Brooks. McDaniels covering. And stolen by Edwards. Towns passes to Gobert. High post Towns. Now Edwards. Here's Gobert. Outside Russell. Over to the left wing. Pulls it from the corner. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Down low. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. The Timberwolves have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Can't get it to drop. Morant against Russell. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. You think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Here's Edwards, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Back to Daniels. Brooks with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Minnesota in the lead. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. It's Edwards with a drive. Count the basket.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Here's Morant. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Outside Edwards. And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Russell. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
Jackson with a screen on Russell. Going inside. And then Morant with the dunk.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Edwards. Here's Gobert. McDaniels finds Russell. Oh, it's stolen by Adams.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Now here's Bain.
The officials were right on top of that one.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And Bain drops them both. .29 seconds left in the game. Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. 15 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. It's McDaniels on the wing. And he lobs it up top. The kick out to Edwards. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
5 ticks left in the fourth quarter here. Payne, no good. And so it's Minnesota with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win.
get into it. We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. And Adams has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Morant passes to Bain. Here's Jackson. Jackson is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Grizzlies now. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Bain. Bain against George. Missed inside.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Bain inside the three-point line. And the shot is long.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Now here's Leonard. Driving the lane, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Morant, and Morant throws it down.
You got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer. In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Nobody near Leonard. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Adams finds Jackson. Morant against George. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
So it's the Grizzlies now after the Clippers pick up 2. And a wide open look for Bain. Jackson kicks to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Jackson misses. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. There's the pass to Zubac. Adams against George. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. That one's on Morant.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
Real good, Paul George. That one drops. He ties it up.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Morant against Jackson, and finished off by Morant.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside for Jackson. Passes it to Bain. Takes a 3. That one no good. As the Clippers taking it the other way. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. And you could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Leonard. He kicks to Covington. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Nobody near George. It's George on the wing. Off target with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Payne for three. And it's rebounded by Covington. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
When you look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George, that should tell you how valuable PG is.
Morant bats for two. Stolen by Jackson. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jackson in at the one. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. On the inbound, it's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Here's George. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. George has got 7 points.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Morant passes to Bing. Now here's Brooks. Dishes to Adams. Sweet move, and the layup is good.
Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. From deep, George, good on the triple. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
The three from Morant. Rebounded by Covington. Kicks to Leonard. Fires the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. Well, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there were some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism to the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan. George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode.
Morant reaches to Adams. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here's George for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Payne against George. The shot that time, not on target. Memphis trailing here. Out to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Morant passes to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Payne for three. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George passes to Covington. There's a minute 34 left in the first half. And George kicks to Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers. Stolen by George. Outside Leonard. Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. Covington in the corner. Jackson finds Covington. And here's Jackson over Brooks. Nice D from Brooks. It's tipped. Adams the pass to Jackson. And another turnover here by Memphis. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. George passes to Leonard. Morant right side with the fadeaway. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morant. Jackson's got 5.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
At the line for your Clippers.
Throw good, Paul George. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Mann's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And John Wall subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
But hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Here's Williams. Off with the layup.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
So the clock runs out with the score tie. Okay, David, much appreciated.
21. The Grizzlies. 21.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Green is out there with Williams. Then it's Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Mann. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. And it's Wall in the corner. A 3-pointer, no good. And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Conchar. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Conchar's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Grizzlies. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. All taking his time here. Outside for Batum. Shot clock at 5. Ball passes to Pop. With the shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Memphis leading. And here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. From deep, Green. Powell pulls it in. Wall against Green. Outside, Wall. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Wall's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
An efficient score Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing. Batum just brings a lot of experience and helps this team remain confident that he's going to make the right play and make the subtle contributions to put you in a place to win.
Conchard can't get it to go. It's Powell on the wing. The pass to Man. Wall against Jones. Batum passes to Wall. Yes, that goes in. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Outside, Jones. And another miss by Memphis.
If he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Batum inside. He's against Clark. Some solid defense from Clark. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And that one falls for Jones. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. The dish now to Clark. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. To the inside. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Wall. He dishes it to Powell. To the paint. Batum. Out to Morris. Here's the 3. Drills the three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 4.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Williams finds Green. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And it's good for 2.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
There's a minute left in the third quarter. Pass to Man. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
From deep, Green. Jones, the pass to Williams. All with it. Jones covering. Here's Man. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angle, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Now here's Williams. Puts up a 3. That shot misses. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Wall. Rebound by Williams.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And it's Clark slamming it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Well, you can see why Green is considered this classic.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Bain with the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And George kicks to Leonard. Takes it out to Covington. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And Robert Covington, a guy who's out there to do it all for his team on both ends of the floor, is going to make plays that impact winning.
And he nails the third.
Not a perfect trip to the line, but at least he made this game a 2-possession affair.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Out to Brooks. On the 3 off target. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Leading by 5. Leonard finds George. Covington with it. Back to George. Clock at 6. A 3 from Leonard. Kept the line. Outside for Jackson. Jackson against Covington. Second shot opportunity. And the layup by George. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And he gets it to go. LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. George against Bain. Outside for Jackson. Outside Leonard. That one, no good. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Morant. Brooks with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 5. Jackson down low. Guarded by Bain. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. Unloads. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Morant with a wide open look. Sinks the triple. And now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. And this is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our moves. Right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
What terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Great. He's ferocious when the ball goes up. Brooks dishes to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. From deep. Jackson misses.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Zubac, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
But the confidence Morant has in himself is impressive. He brushes pressure off like it's nothing.
And he does get the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a 1-possession game.
Bain against George. Passes it to Leonard. And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Takes it out to Covington. Back to George. Pass to Covington. Clippers moving the ball around. Dishes to Leonard. pass to Zubac. Can't connect from short range. Memphis with the ball. They trail by 3. Morant's got space. It falls. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
He's backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Reggie Jackson isn't in the habit of wasting free throw attempts. With this pressure, this could get to anyone. Well, important there to have the three-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Bane inside the three-point line. And so they foul intentional.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
At the stripe, Jackson more than capable. But can he do it when it matters most?
And the rejection by Morant. So it's Los Angeles taking the W. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
It's Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Clippers' new arena.
Yeah, can't wait to experience it firsthand, Allie. Thank you. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Here's Zubac. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Nice shot by George.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's McDaniels. Here's Edwards. And there's the drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
Here's George. Out to Leonard. Back to George. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson outside. For 3, Covington. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You know, working against the shot clock, Covington is just an incredible performer, which is why his teammates love him so.
And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Now here's Towns. It's tipped, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Kicks it out to Jackson. Off the mark there with a 3. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Stolen by Jackson. George outside. Leonard outside. From downtown. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Outside Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And he gets the bucket.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's George. Pass to Leonard. Over Gobert. And the Clippers miss again. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did. And a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
4 on the clock. Second chance effort. Oh, Covington with a block.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington. A minute 53 left in the first quarter. Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Covington against Towns. Releases. That one's wide left. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Leonard against McDaniels. Now here's Jackson. Back to Covington. Ooh, it's stolen away. Russell to pass to Towns. It's McDaniels on the wing. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And that one falls for Towns.
And, you know, we all know how talented Towns is. Now it's time for him to up the ante and do big things in the playoffs.
Here's George. Out to Covington. Stolen by Russell. Pass to Edwards. Oh, Covington with a block. 46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now Leonard. Tries to snap the cold streak. And the Clippers miss again. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Towns for 3. Russell to pass to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. Over Jackson. Here's Gobert. The 3 from Russell. The Clippers grab the miss. To the paint. And the jam by Covington.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves ahead. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Here's George. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Ran to Shooters League, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Pass to Edwards. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, the defense trying to throw Edwards off with some contact, but he smartly stays focused on his shot. Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
George finds Zubac, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Paul George pulls it in.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
No luck on that one. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Count that one. Towns has got 5 now.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Yep, that one goes.
Really strong right there. George able to take the contact and muscle it up and in.
Jackson against Russell. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Inside. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Excellent defensive instincts leading to the quick reaction.
Kicks it to George. The 3 ball. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Able to stretch the floor with his shooting. Paul George takes great pride in knocking down those triples.
And Minnesota calls time here. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Outside for Russell. Edwards against Jackson. Pass to Towns. McDaniels with it. 6 on the shot clock. It's McDaniels on the wing. Over Covington. And too long on the shot. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Kicks it to George. Leonard against Edwards. Back to George. This one for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Zubac passes to Jackson. Leonard outside. Here's Zubac. Second chance shot. Jackson on the wing. Leonard outside. They shoot again. And they converted last on attempt number 3. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint. Not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Towns for 3. Good D by Covington. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
George outside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Sturdy play from George in the paint. Getting by the contact and to his finish.
Pass to Towns. They need this. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And that one falls for Towns. Leonard for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Clippers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Nicholas Batum out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. On target from range.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
Morris for 3. The shot no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Pass to Prince. Reed against Batum. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
Here's Wall. Now Batum. Back to Wall. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Reed. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA. It's always fun seeing the electric John Wall at the point. I mean, he's got a skill set really suited to running a high-speed NBA offense.
And teams have to tailor their defense knowing that Wall is going to be running the break.
Well, the thing that makes Wall special to me, B.A., is his blow-by ability. His speed, his passing, his decision-making combined. But it's that blow-by ability that sets him apart when he's healthy.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Outside Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 9-1 run. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to Prince. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Anderson inside. He's working on Morris. They get it back. Here's Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Just 4 to shoot. Second shot opportunity.
I'm sure that'll make John Wall's coach happy to see that kind of hustle and aggressiveness at the defensive end. Doing a really good job to smother.
Pass to man. Back to Wall. Morris on the wing. McLaughlin with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Prince down low. Wall covering. Prince can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Here's Batum. Nice D from Reed.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lead.
Pass to McLaughlin. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. George outside. 1:11 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Zubac. Trying to get back on track. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Seeing George spread the wealth and picking up the assist, I think he's a better player when he's sharing the ball like that.
To the wing, right side. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
George for 3. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Oh, George really feeling it right now. Another bucket to his credit.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Back to Daniels. Towns passes to McDaniels. Gobert with it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Just 5 to shoot. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
It's George on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. George passes to Covington. Back to George. Goes back up. Can't get the layup. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The T-Wolves on top. Up. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The Clippers trail. So for Minnesota right now, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the 1. Covington passes to George. Sinks it from distance. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, how about about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Wall. Pass to Zubats. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Russell to pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this, and I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Pass to Leonard. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Russell with the ball. To the inside. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team.
And so it's Minnesota with it. It's a one-point game. And Edwards, here we go. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on even to Zubats. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
For Minnesota, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Russell against Wall. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. It's stolen by Leonard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Towns against Wall. For 3, Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Timberwolves shooting around 50% of the game so far. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Here's McDaniels, and he gets that one.
And, you know, since the break, they've looked like a totally different team, especially on offense, where they are really cooking right now.
Here's George. Out to Covington. Left side Wall. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
How about Wall outstanding at stepping up and delivering a big bucket when it's needed.
Russell against Wall. Pass to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Knocks down the triple.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Outside Edwards. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Here's George. They double team George. Leonard for 3. He buries it from 3. Leonard's got 6 here in the quarter.
Oh, man, what a bucket by Leonard. His team counts on him when time is short because he can handle the pressure.
Here's Edwards. He connects.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Ball with it. Russell covering. George outside. Inside. The kick out to Wall. Clock at 6. Money.
Having a whole lot of trouble dealing with Wall. He's been fouled.
32 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. George against Edwards. And it's Russell on the drive.
Oh, it falls! Doesn't bleed blood, but he bleeds cold blood ice. Russell tearing hearts out down the stretch.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just
Two tremendous passing teams, and it should be a lot of fun watching these teams move the ball.
One of the things that strikes you about both of these teams is that they really enjoy playing with one another. Both play an unselfish brand of basketball. The ball is moving, everybody's touching it, and usually that's when the confidence is sky high.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward.
That's a case where Rudy Gobert is outworking the defense, keeping the play alive and finishing strong.
Morant drives in, and then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Here's Edwards going inside. Outside, Payne, and he goes in for the dunk.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Morant. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Russell dishes to Edwards. Gobert the pass to McDaniels. It's tipped. Now here's Brooks. McDaniels defending. And Adams kicks to Jackson. Now here's Morant for 3. And rebounded by McDaniels. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers Doors won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
And the shot goes down.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of D'Angelo Russell on display. How crafty at finding ways to score.
Bain passes to Morant. He feeds it to Adams. Back to Morant. And they get it. Minnesota with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now here's Towns. Edwards kicks to Towns. Towns is double. Russell dishes to Gobert. Clock at 4. Here's Towns. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's Adams. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
Steven Adams is improving on the offensive end, and given his size and strength, he's effective from inside.
Russell passes to Gobert. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Brett. Towns wide open. No good on the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 5. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Now, here is Russell. McDaniels. Bounce pass, Russell. Gobert finds McDaniel. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. They get it back. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, if you're on the defensive end, you can't fall for Rudy Gobert's tricks. This guy is very crafty at using that up fake.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Grant, the shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Bain passes to Brooks. It's stolen by Edwards. Morant with the steal. From deep three-point range, Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Minnesota. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. And it's Morant missing. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. He dishes it to McDaniels. Right side Towns, stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop for the finish. And Morant throws it down.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
Russell kicks to McDaniels. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. McDaniels got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And that's a little like a fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
John Morant grabs the rebound. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on D'Angelo Russell. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal, but what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like?
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And a wide open look for Bain. Back to Morant. Brooks outside. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. And with that shot, the Minnesota Leafs cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Morant.
And no question, Morant has the range. Now he's working on the consistency, but the shot looks good.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Towns has got 5.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Jackson. Here's Adams out to Brooks. Stolen by McDaniels. Russell feeling it out a bit. They grab their own miss.
Dominant on the boards. Karl Anthony Towns knows I can get points on the board by getting to the offensive glass.
Morant passes to Adams. Lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The kick out to Towns. Outside Edwards. Towns, the pass to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Here's Russell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Morant with a wide open look. And it's Adams on the follow.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
Russell against Morant. Russell kicks to Edwards. He takes it in, and he eliminates with a slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Brooks finds Bain. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. No good with the wing jumper.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident. For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
On the court for Minnesota, Taurean Prince is out there with Anderson. Then there's Reed. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. Here's Morant. Out to Brooks. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Here's McLaughlin. Prince, the pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel with the drive. No good on that one.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
The pass to McLaughlin. Dishes it to Prince. Just 5 to shoot. And Anderson kicks to Prince. Plays it up off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
A tremendous effort, tremendous body control. Prince showing how to counter good defense. What a nice move.
Morant passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Of course, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Reed with the block, and he gets it back. And Adams kicks to Jackson. From downtown, stolen by Reed. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. And the rejection by Jackson. Timberwolves passing it around. And McLaughlin gets it to go.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside, Green. Lots of room. And he gets the bucket.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Noel passes to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. McLaughlin's got 5 points so far.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Basket good.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Anderson. Some solid defense from Clark. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Down low. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Passes it to Anderson. Now Reed. To the wing on the left. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Just 4 to shoot. From deep, Prince. Conchar pulls it in. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
Oh, can we get a load of that? Boy, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. The 3 from Anderson. Pass to Noel. No good with the layup. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Williams passes to Clark. Can't hit from in close. Timberwolves leading by 14. Pass to McLaughlin. To the inside. Here's Noel. To the left side wing. The 3. That shot missing. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Jones for 3. Reed with the rebound. And there's the pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Prince wide open. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Minnesota with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Green. Then it's Jones. And it's Conchar in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Now that is impressive. It's clear Moran has made the effort to keep expanding his range.
Edwards. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
The aggressive nature of Moran, taking initiative and daring the defense to get physical with him.
Both free throws good from Morant. Minnesota leading by 11. Edwards looking it over. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jackson kicks to Bain. Here he goes. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
He's off on the second.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
And blocked by Bain. Brooks outside. Towns against Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
And he's good on the second. Timberwolves leading by 10. Outside, Russell. Outside, Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's Edwards from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 9th assist in the game now. Bain against Edwards. Fires the 3. And Desmond Bain with the 3.
How about payback there, guys. You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Towns for 3. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Morant. And he drives in.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
Bain against Edwards. There's McDaniels. At the live, Minnesota. The kick out to Towns. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And the rejection by Jackson. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Just 2 to shoot. Edwards. Scores! What about that dunk?
Special, my goodness. And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Morant finds Bain. Morant against Russell. Rebound, Minnesota. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Edwards. Nice move. And against the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time the previous players under this to detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
The immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Russell, no luck. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A 12-point game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part. Being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Here's Adams, crosses over, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, we all know Steven Adams is one of the most physical guys in the NBA. He is so solid at using his body to pick up fouls.
It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Bain.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Morant with it. Loads it up there for Bain. It's stolen by Gobert. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Timberwolves.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Morant finds Jackson. Outside, Bain. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. That's on Jaden McDaniels. Free throw good, Bain. And Bain drops them both. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Russell against Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
Morant left side. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Russell from deep three-point territory. And so the Timberwolves take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, cheating.
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Jackson. George outside. Lets the three fly. Brooks with the rebound. Right side Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
Leonard against Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Leonard. That one is off. And it's Memphis the other way.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Jackson against Morant. Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. From outside the arc. Paul George pulls down the board. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
You see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Here's Morant. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Fade away. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
With the ball on the string, John Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
George against Bain. George passes to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. Jackson down low. Pounded by Morant. Jackson can't get it to go.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first.
First team.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Oh, Brooks with the steal.
Yeah, tough entry pass. You want to kick the ball down low, but you have to be crafty about how you do it.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Back to Morant. On the take. And then Morant with the jam.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
George against Bain. George, right side. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
I'll tell you, at his size, once he gets it in there, it's over.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. John Morant's a skilled distributor.
Pass to George. Jackson outside. Kicks it to George. Takes a 3. And Morant clears the board. Memphis leading. With the drop. Oh, are you kidding me?
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. John Morant on the attack.
George passes to Jackson. And And here's Zubats. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Moran. Jackson can't get it to go.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Covington. It's rebounded by Memphis. Brooks left side. Here's Payne. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
George misses the layup.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
And so it's Memphis closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Great team defense on Paul George. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Grizzlies.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. The Clippers trail. Pass to Covington. Over to the wing. George for 3. The shot comes out, and the Grizzlies going the other way now.
Dillon Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player.
In transition, here come the Clippers. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
In just one college year, Jaren Jackson averaged 3 blocks a game. He has that potential at this level.
Brooks finds Jackson. The layup misses. As for Dillon Brooks, he's the glue that holds these guys together, Smitty.
No doubt, PA, he's their emotional leader on this team. He can take over games at times offensively. He is really the heartbeat of this club. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Pass to Brooks. Morant with it. There's Jackson with the 3. And another miss by Memphis. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Out to Leonard. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Jackson on the wing. Takes the 3. Ja Morant grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Pass to Adams. Outside for Moran. And another miss by Memphis. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Leonard passes to Covington. Leonard outside. Out to Covington. 3-pointer. Connects from downtown. And it's all knotted up.
Quick attack by Covington, not giving the defense a chance to get all over him.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Hey, he's looking good so far. 4 for 8 from the field. All right, Smitty, let's talk defense. Yes, that side of the ball. What makes a great defensive player in today's game?
I think the number one thing for me is grit. Also, D is about heart and desire. The best defenders never take a play off. They play hard all the time. They also study film, and a lot of playing defense is mental. You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Here's Zubats. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Zubats has got 6.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Outside Payne. All alone. That shot off the mark. And Los Angeles the other way now. for three. George. Adams grabs the miss.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Jackson outside. Pass to Brooks. To the middle. On the wing, Bay. Fires from deep. The Clippers grab the miss.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Out to Leonard. Back to Covington. Jackson outside. Brooks against George. It's Covington on the wing. No good on the triple. Memphis trailing here.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
George with it. Shoots from 14. The putback.
Tremendous activity from Covington, doing whatever he can to collect additional scoring opportunities.
And the first half comes to a conclusion. Allie, as always, thank you. After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
They've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with John Conchar. Brandon Clark out there with Green. And it's Williams in a power forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. There's the triple. Man, misses. Here's Conchar. Now covers. Back to Conchar. Outside Jones. Outside Williams. Pass to Clark. The kick out to Williams. Here's Jones driving inside. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Jones, the pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Wall against Jones. Pass to Batum, 14 feet away. Conchar pulls it in. And Memphis shooting 40% so far in this one. Picked his pocket. And here comes the break. Here's Powell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless and who can shoot the ball.
And so Powell nails them both. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Jones up top. Wall covering. Williams passes to Jones. Oh, Morris with a steal. Pass to Mann. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Williams with it. Down low. Green. Basket counts.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And the big finish by Wall.
An athletic display by Wall, letting the defense know he can own the rim.
Wall against Jones. Pass to Conchar. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. Klobuchar's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Outside wall. Now Batum. Morris on the wing. Misses off the left iron.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back. Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
Jones against Wall. Count it. Good. Wall's got 6 here in the quarter.
So physical for a 1. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
He shoots. Jones misses. And Spydi, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major, major impact.
There's 1:12 left in the third quarter. The kick out to Wall. And they'll get another chance. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Green finds Williams to the paint. Here's Jones. Green, the pass to Jones. Back to Green. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Wall with it. He's picked up by Jones. Here's Powell. Good D by Clark. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Jones from outside. The rebound by Mann. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Fires for 3. Morris against Williams. Pulls it. And again, no good by the Clippers. Williams on the wing to the inside. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Batum's shot is off. And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Well, when you... With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. So it's the Grizzlies now. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. The two-way threats of George and Leonard in the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
George against Bain. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
Up top, Jackson, pounded by Morant. Covington, he's open. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Outside Morant. Here he goes. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now. Here's George. Ja Morant grabs a miss. Morant's got 4 rebounds now. The 3 from Bain. Stolen by Jackson. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played.
Second personal foul. Second team.
Leonard for 3. Zubac.
Nice defense by Dylan Brooks. Using his power on that play.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball. Quick hands causing a lot of steals.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break. Working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. Shoots over Zubac. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
I mean, one of the hardest workers in the league. Adams has done a great job of refining his offensive skill set.
The Clippers have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. George, no good.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Here's Bain. Outside for Morant. Fires the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jackson, the pass to Covington. The 17-footer. He can't hit that time. And Memphis taking it the other way now. Pass to Bain. Jackson outside. Shot to end the cold streak. Here's Adams. It's Adams who hammers it home.
A merciless slam by Steven Adams, using all of his athleticism to rub it right in the defensive space.
George passes to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. For Adams. Here's Leonard. Jackson outside. Jack's up at 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Morant finds Jackson. Beyond the arc. Now Morant. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
George outside. Jackson on the wing. Pass to Leonard from deep. And the Clippers miss again. The Grizzlies shooting around 41%. Jackson with a screen on Zubac. From deep range. Covington grabs the board.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
He took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Clippers.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Paul George.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Now Covington. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...